Hey everyone, you're listening to the Less is More podcast for Friday, May 26th. How you guys doing? Happy Friday to everybody who has nothing else the fuck to do but stay in here and record a podcast. Let's get into some stuff, man. Let's get into some film news. So, my name, the brand that I'm promoting is Less is More, right? So, I'm toying with the idea of having my videos go from 15 minutes to 30 minutes instead of 30 to 35, just to keep you guys updated in a quick manner and not keep you guys too long. Obviously, as I grow as a podcaster, I'm gonna have longer videos. But obviously, the first episode was to introduce the podcast and introduce myself. And the second episode was to give you a lot of updates, because a lot of updates were out that day. So let's get into some minor stuff. Let me pull up my trusty list here. All right, let's get into it. So if you guys have been watching, new trailer of SpiderMan has been really dope. It shows a little bit more of the background and the interconnection of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it shows, Michael Keaton as Vulture, and it shows Donald Glover in his role, I'm assuming with, Michael Keaton sort of as the bad guys and the kind of the underdogs compared to the Avengers. So that's kind of probably their role, I'm assuming. Also, we get to see Bokeem Woodbine, who's been in movies like Life and the reboot of RoboCop, 2014. So he's gonna be Shocker in this film, and I think that's awesome because the whole breaking the color barrier shit, it shouldn't have stopped with Jackie Robinson. It should have kept on going. That whole idea of only white comic book stars can be white actors, I think that should die. We're in 2017; it's a new age, so I think that's great for the culture. But anyway, getting back to the new clips that were released, it appears that they are interlinking. Well, it's obvious, but they're interlinking Civil War and Homecoming a lot throughout the movie, just to give context of how we got the suit development and a lot of the plot holes that were left out in Civil War for the introduction of Spider-Man are going to be involved. And it's just really cool to watch. That premiered, I think, last night, so I just wanted to give it to you guys first or second, depending on how up to date your film knowledge is. Also, Tom Holland recently went on a couple of interviews and says that this might be a trilogy series, so that might be awesome, having a new branded Sony / Marvel Spider-Man in a trilogy series. Is sort of like, Tobey Maguire was never here. So we're looking forward to that. That's gonna be dope. And I don't know, I think there's a lot of things popping for the next year. If you guys didn't know, Avatar 2 has got a release date, December 18, 2020. I'm not gonna get too much into Avatar because I just think that Avatar is like so overrated. I think I said that in the first podcast, but I just want to reiterate that shit. Like, how great is Avatar? On some real shit. I get it. I get the whole, I get it. But at the same time, I don't. like Jesus Christ, man. I just throughout this podcast, I'm definitely gonna trash Avatar a lot, and I'm not gonna trash James Cameron because he's like a god amongst men, but I am gonna trash Avatar. I just don't get that movie. I mean, I get it, but like not really. So, but that's just my thing. We also have the new Hitman's Bodyguard trailer. Now, this movie, starring Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson, by the way, this movie looks funny, but it's like a movie you have to see, like, you know, when you're stoned, or like when you, or just like when you're like bored out of your mind and blitzed out of your skull, because this movie looks like it, and they're using what, the bodyguard theme, I guess, to shed light on the fact that it's basically a fucked up version of the bodyguard. Like, we get it, trailer people, we get what you did there. That's hilarious, sort of, kind of, not really, but I mean, come on, like, let's really buckle down and give chances to artists who want to create great films that people want to see. Like, this film is so generic, right, that it could have been done with anybody. It could have been done with any black older gentleman and any middle-aged white guy. So let's say Ving Rhames and Zach Braff. Even though I guess they're closer in age, but you see where I'm going with this. You know, Zac Efron and The Rock could have did this shit. Morgan Freeman and Jason Statham could have did. You know what I mean? You see where I'm going with this? Like, this movie's been done. It's been done before, and it's getting kind of old. But, you know, I guess, man, for Hollywood, I guess they're doing it for that culture. Let's see. Oh, the Jetsons movie is becoming a new animated feature. I guess it's a reboot of the series plus a feature-length film for the silver screen. So that's gonna come pretty fast, and it's being directed by Nick Stoller, who directed Sausage Party, that obscene, disgusting ass adult animation film with food fucking each other. What kind of realm is that? What kind of like what kind of mind do you have to just really like look that up and like do it? You know what I mean? Like, that's just weird. It's just weird. And I don't know. The Sausage Party was still a great movie, but Jesus Christ. Gina Prince Bythewood is directing Sony's Silver Sable and Black Cat movie. Now, this is a fan favorite for a lot of the female comic book lovers who love these two characters. They both appear in the SpiderMan series in old comic book versions, but Black Cat is very prominent in the Spider-Man series, and we might see a cameo from, even though it said the film not being the MCU, you know Marvel and Sony can't resist cameos. Like, that's their whole shtick, right? They have cameos, so that's always the thing that's going to be included, and I just feel like that shouldn't be overlooked. And I'm looking forward to it personally, because I like seeing comic book movies come to life and come to action, so that's going to be cool. We also have I had something really great I want to cover. Hold on, let me look it up. No, not that. Not this. Not that. No. Oh my God, yes. So, Jeffrey Rush, Academy Award-winning actor Jeffrey Rush, who's actually in the miniseries Genius, based off the life of Albert Einstein. This nigga is doing a Captain Barbossa spin-off franchise from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, can you think of anything more selfish than that? Like, this nigga Captain Barbossa was supposed to die like 3 movies ago. They brought his ass back. You know, he should be grateful, but now he wants a solo film. Like, people already didn't tune in to Pirates of the Caribbean 4 with Ian McShane, and it had Penelope Cruz in that shit, and that's Penelope fucking Cruz. You know what I mean? So, like, I guess go for it, you know? But I don't see the need for that. And yeah, I don't get that. But it is slated for release probably in the next 2 years. And I gotta say, they pump out those Pirates films pretty fast. But, you know, I do believe that. You know, I do believe that. Oh, sorry guys. Got a little text message from a little thing over here. Anyway, I'm just looking at the I'm looking at the trailer again for Pirates 5, and I'm just like, all right, this looks like it's gonna be good. Cause my favorite characters, Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley played. They're coming back, and that's gonna be awesome. So can't wait for that to come back. Oh, excuse me. I really bore myself, don't I? I hope I'm not boring you guys. Please subscribe, BTW, as I shamelessly plug my channel during the film updates. Let's see. I'm gonna stop riffing because I actually have a list of updates that I've researched, and I gotta, like, you know, stick to that list just to give you guys the new information first. You know, it's all about being first in this world. You feel me? All about being first. If you're not first, you're last. Who said that shit? Ricky Bobby, right? That's another classic great film. It's another good one. I like that. Oh yes. So there is also announcements. I don't know why, but Madea Halloween 2 is coming out. I couldn't be more disappointed in the way that, like, why? Like, why? Why is that happening? You know what I mean? That shit is very detrimental to the culture. I already don't think that Tyler Perry is anything special, and I do think that it's a waste of talent what he's doing. He should be putting his resources into and his talents, or lack thereof, into better films and not dressing up like a woman. You're already kind of diminishing the African American male in terms of always wearing a dress to get laughs and to get box office tickets and to get box office numbers. And I think that's just diminishing to your brand, even though you built your brand off of that shit. But I mean, it's going to be diminishing in the long run. And I just think that it's unnecessary, man. You don't need it. A Madea Halloween, like, I get it was one of the highest. It grossed really high last year, but Jesus Christ, how many times can you do a movie before you run into the ground? I mean, I don't know. It's just, maybe it's me. You know, feel free to comment below, but I mean, maybe it's me, man. I just don't see it. The last one I stopped watching was Madea Goes to Jail. That was it. And I'm just like, all right, this shit is not funny anymore. Like, I get it. I get the appeal, but, you know, can we move on? I don't know. But that's just me. You know, that shit is confirmed to come out, so we'll see what happens. Another film I want to talk about. This one is entitled Wind River by Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. If you're not familiar with Elizabeth Olsen, she was in the Avengers Age of Ultron movie and Civil War as well. And yeah, she's talented. She's the younger sister of the Olsen twins. But she's actually doing way better than both of them, if you want to be honest. Which I feel is very important in terms of career. Like, her trajectory can only go exponentially higher, and like, it looks like the twins are being forgotten. But off of them, Wind River, it's a thriller about a U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service agent named Corey Lambert who discovers a body in the rugged wilderness of the Wind River Indian Reservation. Now, Elizabeth Olsen plays a rookie FBI agent, you know, assisting Jeremy Renner's character in his investigation, right? So this Taylor Sheridan, who wrote and directed this film, he's coming off a hot streak with Hell Over High Water and 2015 Sicario, which had Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin, Emily Blunt. Now, those two films were highly acclaimed with Rotten Tomato scores in the mid-90s, I believe. Yeah, the mid-90 range. That is crazy. So I expect nothing less for Wind River. It looks like a strong cast. Taylor Sheridan is someone I personally look up to. He's a talented writer. He's one who said fuck acting and let me just do what I'm just gonna use my God-given talent to just to write. So I feel like he's gonna hit a lot of marks and he's gonna hit a lot of acclaim. So I'm happy for him and what he's doing in terms of his career, and I think that's gonna blow up. So look forward to that. That is slated to come out August 4th, 2017. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be on top of my list for this year in terms of non-comic book films. And yeah, Taylor Sheridan, man, he's a beast. And his skills should not be taken lightly, so I'm looking forward to that. A lot of other Game of Thrones news, but I'm not really into Game of Thrones. I guess I should be. I guess it's like a really hipster thing to be into, but I'm not into it at all. And yeah, man, maybe if you know what it is, I need to watch from the beginning, to really get it. Because all I watch this shit is for the nude scenes, to be honest. I think that's what most people watch that shit for, Game of Thrones. Like, the story, like, people just lose themselves in the story. But, I mean, who am I? Whatever. Just my opinion. This is an opinionated podcast. I'm not right, I'm not wrong. It's all opinion. So feel free to comment your opinion down below. And I guess that I'm going to wrap it for this episode. Some slight, just to get you guys content ready and project ready and aware of the things that is going on in the industry. So I'll wrap it up for this week, actually. And I will see you guys, next Tuesday, next Thursday, and next Friday. If something really pressing happens on Wednesday, then I'm going to throw in another episode there. But well, let's actually hope something happens on Wednesday in terms of news and overall film industry updates. I hope to have some of my friends on here as guests. Maybe that's the key dynamic I'm missing in this podcast is a co-host. I think I'm killing this shit by myself, if I do say so. But of course I say that, right? But I really do think that this podcast has the potential to grow. So please subscribe to Les Anachi on YouTube. My channel has 0 subscribers, as it should, because I just started it. And please follow and download this podcast on SoundCloud, also Les Anachi. And follow me on Facebook, also Les Anachi. Jesus Christ, I just link these in the description. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna link them in the description. And yeah, just follow me, and I have more updates coming soon. I'm gonna have some guests on, some rising artists, some rising stars, hopefully some up and coming directors, writers, and just overall content creators, man. I hope to have on this platform, so look out for that. Thank you for listening to Less is More Podcasts, where less is more content, less is more media, and less is more entertainment. Thank you, and God bless.